Hi, I'm Jerry Katz, the CEO of Premier Protection Insurance Services, and I want to introduce myself and our new video platform via emails. We'll also be launching a YouTube channel that tells you a little bit about insurance content and things that are going on in the entrepreneurial world. So, number one, I want to introduce myself because I'm the guy that's been sending you emails all this time. The shocker of the week, the savings for our clients, etc., etc. I'm Jerry Katz, the CEO, and I'm an entrepreneur just like you. I want to, number one, say I'm grateful. If you're a current client, I really appreciate it, and we are grateful that you align with us and trust us to insure and take care of your assets. If you're a potential client and align with our values and views, we'd love to hear from you. So, I'm going to tell you a little quick story about how this agency started. I, the entrepreneur, back in 2000, owned a lot of multifamily commercial real estate and those types of things, and a couple other small businesses. Every month, I'd look at my P&L statements to see how profitable we were, how efficient, and I would see this little thing on the bottom line said insurance expenses, insurance expenses, insurance expenses, which made up a good chunk of my expenses. So I kept monitoring it, and then finally, 4 or 5 years into South Florida, I had a fire at an apartment building. It was a 10-unit building, and on the first floor, a phone electrical fire caused a fire that took out about 4 units. At that time, the police and the fire department were called. The fire department came, bashed in all four doors, cut the main electric, cleared the building, got all the people out safe, thank God, and afterward put out the fire with a lot of water and a lot of smoke damage. When the thing settled, I had about 4 units that were on fire out of the 10, and I had people out on the street at around 10 o'clock at night. I was on scene. Everyone was okay, but it wasn't pretty. And all the tenants looked at me and said, "Where do we go? Where do we go? Are you paying for hotel rooms? When is our apartment going to get rebuilt? What's going to happen?" I didn't have an answer. I really did not know what to do, and I was a little panicked at that point. At the end of the night, we found Salvation Army services that helped assist in placing our tenants in hotels for temporary bases and things like that. But one of my biggest fears is, how long was it going to take to return the building back? Am I going to lose my tenants? And what about the income? I have to pay the bank. I have to pay the mortgage, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I called my insurance man, and I basically didn't have coverage for what we call loss of income or to, extra expenses to take care of my tenants. And he sent an adjuster my way. When the adjuster came, after a few days, he gave me estimates. The estimates were about $30,000 to fix the building. I was personally shocked, and I was dealing directly with the adjuster. I knew there was no way I could replace the tenants, the renovation and get everybody back in this building for $30,000. I called my insurance man. He mentioned I was missing certain coverages. He mentioned call the adjuster. It was back and forth. After learning and getting an education in insurance, I got on the phone with the adjuster, went back and forth multiple times. He was telling me that the fire department broke the doors, and some of them were broken. He's only going to paint half the building because it's going to match. All of these things. At the end of the day, my insurance man really didn't help me. And I ended up fighting with the adjuster and getting an insurance education by reading 60-page insurance contracts, right? I turned the claim into about $65,000. And I fixed the building, renovated it, put the for rent signs out, and got it filled again, and made my mortgage payments the entire time. So did I really make? Well, the P&L did not look good at the end of the year, even with insurance. About 3 weeks later, I decided to open an insurance agency. And that's how Premier Protection was founded. It was founded based on the principles that we are entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs like you. But we understand that you have to cover your risk today. We understand that you may have assets that you've worked a lifetime to have. Your homes, your houses, your boats, your cars, your businesses, your restaurants, whatever they are. You've worked your entire life to protect those. But you're also an entrepreneur that needs to stay profitable and make sure everything is viable. Whether you have a fire in one of your restaurants, you have to make sure your employees get paid while you rebuild. Small examples. So the agency was born, and the basic principle is of we are entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. We protect your assets, but we keep you profitable. Because any insurance man can sell you so much insurance you don't even know what to do with it. But will this keep you profitable? What are the risks involved? What are the, what's the margins like? What do I really need to insure? What shouldn't I insure? What are the odds of this happening? Just as you as an entrepreneur take risk in moving in business, we handle insurance the same way. So that's us. That's the birth of Premier Protection. We understand. You could also be a startup. We understand the risks of businesses. And we understand you have money on the line. You have your family on the line. You have people on your line, your staff, your team members, vendors. We're here to make sure that's protected and at the same time keep you profitable in your business, sustainable, moving forward so you can grow. Premier Protection is on your team, not like other insurance agencies. We're on your team. We think like you. We want to be you. We treat your business just like we treat our own. And that's Premier Protection. This is my first video. I don't know if it was good. I don't know if it was bad. But my name is Jerry Katz, and I'm being authentic. And I'm grateful for you allowing me to come into your computer, your phone. I'm grateful for you being our clients. If you're a prospective client and you believe in these values and you do business like we do, we'd love to hear from you. Jerry Katz, CEO of Premier Protection Insurance, signing off. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Have a great day.